Good evening. Here is our group. We want to present this topic, how to be a good parent. Here is our group mate. I'm Chen Ka Yi. Here is Ho Ji Q. Here is Chen Chen. Here is Xiu Zhen Gi. Start now. This is our theme. Why we use this topic? Because when our purpose is we want to know how to be a good parent. When we go out, our parent is teaching me in the different ways. We have the different parent styles, so we can teach different parents, different children. So we want to learn how to be a good parent from this now. First, we have 4 parent style. Here is the first one. It is authoritarian parenting style. Is restrict punishment. Healthy parenting style in which parents make their children follow their discussions with less to no expense. They will cooperate punishment and shouting the goals of this style. At least when well introduced is to teach the child to behave, survive and thrive as an adult in a household and unforgiving societies by preparing the children for negative reasons such as anger that the children will face if their behavior is unsuitable. Authoritarian parents has defined effects on children. The children will have less social competence. This type of children, because the parents generally tell the children what they need to do, instead the children will not think, just do it with their parents. They cannot choose from themselves. But when they use this type of parenting style, they will be conformance. That will make the children appear to excel in the short term, but limited the defilements in ways. The children will be very quiet when they go up, and they will not be happy. This is one example of this parenting style. Here is the parents called ego education. This is the example that he let his child at 4 years old, he won in a slow and without no coach. His parents is Miss Ho. Miss Ho said that the egos, when they go up, they want the little ego or young ego to go up. They will push them out and let them fight. If they do not fight, they will die. So they want to use this way to practice his child. Is that he is different from the old style education, like a bear. A bear means the bear will take care of the children very well and just give them a lot of things. So the Miss Ho is think legal education is suitable.
The characteristics of the authoritative parenting style, which is listen to their children, encourage independence, place limits, consequence and expectation on their children's behavior, express warmth and nutrients, allow children to express opinions, encourage children to discuss options, and administer fair and consistent discipline. People with authoritative parenting style wants their children to utilize reasoning and work independently. But they also have high expectations for their children. When children break the rules, they are disciplined in a fair and consistent manner. Authoritative parents are also flexible. If there are extenuating circumstances, they will allow the child to explain what happened and adjust their response accordingly. The effects of the authoritative parenting style: child development expressed generally identified the authoritative parenting style as the best approach to parenting. Children raised by authoritative parents tended to be more capable, happy, and successful. According to the Bartlett, children of authoritative parents tend to have a happy dispositions, have good emotional control and regulation, can develop good social skills, and have self-confidence about their abilities to learn new skills. Because parents exhibit good emotional understanding and control, children also learn to manage their own emotion and learn to understand others as well. Authoritative parents also allowed children to act independently, which is key is that they are capable of accomplishing things on their own, helping to foster strong self-esteem and self-confidence. This approach is common in middle-class settings throughout the world, and is linked with the most successful child outcomes. Kids raised by authoritative parents are more likely to become independent, self-reliant, socially accepted, academically successful, and well-behaved. They are less likely to report depression and anxiety, and less likely to engage in antisocial behavior like delinquency and drug use. Let me give an example. Lawrence Chen, a Hong Kong artist, have 2 daughters and had become college student now. During a television program, we can know that he would like to see his daughters growing up pay attention to family education, never control their actions. So he was got his daughter's respect, can keep a good relationship, often have close exchanges. This proves that he is an authoritative father.
Oh, Ashley.
Okay, let me talk about the uninformed parenting. It's a style of characteristic by lack of response and to the student needs, and they have no demand for their children, and they are often indifferent, dismiss, or even completely ignore their children. And they have need to emotional involvement with their kids, while they provide for the basic needs, just like the food and the pay they live. They are uninvolved in their children's lives. Some of them may be relatively hands-off with their kids, but some of them still have some basic limits on it, just like they cannot go out at night. So next, the characteristic of the uninvolved parenting. They have emotionally distant from their children, often little or no supervision, so little warm love and affection to the children, have some or few or even no expectation or demand for behavior. They do not attend school event and the parent-teacher conversation. This may avoid their children's life. There will be the effect of the uninvolved parenting. The children need to learn to provide from themselves. They become dependent on other people and often emotionally withdraw. To tend to expect more delinquent during teenage, feel fear, anxious, or even stress. This may lead to increase the rates of substandard abuse. There have some pros and cons. In fact, there is no advantages on this kind of parenting, but there is many disadvantages on it. Just like the kid will be destroy the rules, extremely so low self-esteem level, lack of self-control. From the standard point of psychology, this is always a parenting disaster. Uninvolved parents have extremely harmful effect on the children.
Here I would like to talk about the permissive indulgent parenting. In this parenting, it means allowing and showing the freedom to the child, which many other people do not approve. This type of parenting tend to keep a good relationship between child and them, which is important part in the rearing, just like grow up. From the feeling or thoughts of others, the relationship of them is seen properly as friends more than the child and parent. Also, lacks of providing necessary rules and direction for the child, which is not pushing child to behave normally and reasonably. More than that, because of not as strict as socially expected in punishing, the discipline of child will be bad or hard to control. The parent is also extremely responsive to the needs and wants to the children, which is reacting quickly without sensible decision. These are not good behavior. The most particular situation of this parenting is the parents' lack of concern about the healthy emotional development of their child. They do not provide some essential structure training and demanding direction to assist the child to think logically. Considering of the child, because of the above attitude and action to the child, there are some influence that affect their childhood. Considering the psychological reaction, the children will not desire or want for anything because they are satisfied with given material all the time, and they are easily to create a sense of entitlement because child can refuse to accept unwanted thing almost in every time. So they are having no chance to learn delayed gratification, which cause the unexpected emotional response after fail to achieve the target successfully. For the reason that because of child always attached to parents, they are hardly to be alone, which facing the problem alone may increase the chance of anger and frustration. And also because they were lacking of feasible training on emotional provided by their parent, they may even do some impulsive behavior in struggling. That is very dangerous. When the child grows up, there are some impact on development. They have a low tolerance to some unexpected opinion or behavior from others, which they may not accept to suffer something, especially in academic or difficult conditions. They are less mature than other peers also, who is having equal intellectual ability with them in the school, which indicate that there are some bearing problem when they go up. Particularly, wasn't not providing solving problem skill and knowledge from their parents, they also prone to become emotional problem easily because they were not used to reject by others that mostly are their parents. When they have some bad emotional response once facing the difficulties unexpected, they will behave badly. Due to attached to their parent all the time, they hardly make decisions on their own. So they may not realize that they should have the responsibility for their own behavior and action, which cause them to do things, fail to consider about the consequence coming. However, moreover, they tend to procrastinate. This refuse to do something that is necessary work and increase the struggling in the school, such as refuse to do housework, homework, which involve a firm request by other even, because they are seldom doing this thing voluntarily and haven't learned the basic skills and knowledge to commit the daily tasks. So they in their development process is difficult to succeed, not to mention a hard and unpleasant work in career future.
Okay. However, authoritative parents take a different, more moderate approach that emphasizes setting high standards, being nurturing and responsive, and showing respect for children as independent, rational beings. The authoritative parents expect loyalty and cooperation and offers children lots of emotional support. They like permissive parents. Authoritative parents are responsive, nurturing and involved. They take a firm stand, expecting their kids to behave responsibly. They like authoritative parents enforce rules. But unlike authoritarian parents, authoritative parents show high level of warmth, and they emphasize the reason for rules. When kids make mistakes or misbehave, they attempted to reason with their children. Authoritative parents encourage verbal give and take, and explain the consequence of good and bad behavior. Moreover, they want to encourage independence in their kids, but they also want to foster self-discipline, maturity, and respect for others.
To conclude, we think that authoritative parenting results from a highly effective balance of love and high expectations. Depending on the situation and the child's temperament and development, this balance consistently shifts. If parents can both dimension in nurture and value to their child, they may hit the sweet spot that enables the best long-term outcomes for the children, such as increasing confidence of them, reliance from others, such as friends, decreasing meaningless altercation, and conformity of social approved rules, such as obeying the basic law. It is important to child development, which is to cultivate a good relationship with equal intellectual peers, such as the classmate, colleague. The need will be easily to achieve since this parenting is used up. Finally, with the measure and attitude from authoritative parenting, it can mainly assist and foster the child to explore various aspects automatically and constantly, which lead a good result that every parent will be more satisfied with.
And these are reference. And this is the end of our presentation. Thank you.